Ethan, a new era has begun in the sports card hobby, and I think you and I are, it's a little bittersweet, it's a little fun, it's a little sad. Panini Prism is out the door, one of our favorites, along with National Treasures, Flawless, Select, all the good stuff. But now, a new era, we have our first paper product coming out this month. Are you excited?
Like you said, it was bittersweet. I'm excited for new product. That's going to be fun. Am I gonna miss Panini? 100%. And I want to reflect on the Panini card because when you look back, we had some of the best patch autos ever. We had some of the best case hits ever. And between 2012 and 2025, it was just a good time for cards. Like the market in general has probably 4 or 5x since that period. So, Panini does a lot of wrong. They still fuck with my redemptions. They still have shitty quality control, but when they get it right, they really get it right.
And they got it right very recently. This week, Panini Prism Black Basketball came out, and this is not a product that has really existed. Prism Black exists in other sets, Chronicles, etc. But this product is elite, Ethan. They're going out with a bang. I'm telling you, I've never seen so many players. LeBron has an iconic print where he's doing this from a game, right, with the crown. Steph has the night. Ant-Man has what the logo he was given, or the stance he was given to KD, right in that game where he was like that. Brunson has the 3 over his face. There's so many iconic prints, and I could see this Prism Black really making a name for itself long term as a product that Panini kind of went out the door with. I don't know if it's the best time to buy right now because there's just so many overhyped cards right now, and the market's going nuts. By the way, there's a LeBron Witness Color Blast, like where he's like this. We hit it today on stream.
Wow.
$10,000 card. A guy paid $20 to get into the break.
Oof. Yeah, so the new product rush, this is a very interesting timeline because it couldn't have been timed better. Like, the market is as hot as it's ever been for basketball. Can you agree? You see these new Jordan sales, these new Kobe sales, just basketball through the roof. And they released 5 products in 1 month that are just elite. 6 products. They went NT, they went Flawless, they went Panini One, then they went Optic, Eminence, and now Prism Black. And is it an overloaded product? Sure. But are they doing a fucking good job? Yes. Like you said, the mangas in Prism Black with the Curry, the cooking, and the Joker with the cards. You have the numbered downtown that I'm a fan of. You have the Panini One, impeccable numbers. I just did a big lot deal last night with a big hobby whale. Just 80K of just beautiful pieces left and right. It's like Flawless has patch autos of every player you can think of. You have Jeremy Lin. We have Derrick Rose. We have Kevin Love. Guys we haven't seen signed in a very long time. Oh, let's talk about silhouettes. That's our 7th product where they're just dumping out logo men. So here's the thing. We're looking back at Panini from 2012 till now. And the early stuff, consistent, we're a fan of. We have good immaculate patches. We have kabooms and downtowns. But these last 2 months, man, I want to know if we're going to look back at it and be like, hey, this was peak Panini, or hey, this was just offloading bullshit Panini. My argument is, as a big card fan himself, this is the pinnacle of Panini right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think part of it is what you said. The market's so hot right now for basketball, and you also brought up how some of the biggest sales ever were Panini cards over the last couple of years. You saw the Patrick Mahomes Shield, you saw the NT Luka, right? These are Panini cards that were made in the last 15 years. Some of them were produced in the last 7-8 years, right?
Yeah.
So these have hit some of the highest numbers. Obviously, you have your LeBrons and your Topps, Steph Currys, or your Upper Deck or Exquisite that have also topped the charts, but it's very cool to see Topps coming back with licenses, new product. What's going to happen? We don't know. I'm curious. I like to look at history as a marker, right? So the last year of Topps was like 2010?
2009 would be 2010, 2009, yes.
Yeah, so that's Steph Curry era.
Yep.
So kind of a weird year because obviously Steph's going to sell forever, but I don't think people really collect 2009 Topps.
Well, they do because of the class was so good.
But I'm just saying, like, outside of Steph and Harden and Westbrook, right?
DeRozan,
But I guess what I'm saying is 2009 Topps Chrome LeBron James, right? Like, collectible, but 03, 04, 05, all years that are
08,
right, like way more iconic than 09. And I don't even know right now as we sit here if I can think of some like all-star players at the time of 2009 that are doing crazy numbers. And maybe I'm wrong, but I guess what I'm trying to parallel is the last year of Topps. Now you have 15 years later the last year of Panini for maybe a little while. So those sale prices would be an indicator of what Panini will do long term. And I still am bullish on Panini 11, 12, 2013.
Yes.
Those are going to go up long term because that's what you see with Topps, right? Topps LeBrons, those go nuts long term. Panini 2011, 2012, 2013, those are going to go nuts in my opinion.
Totally. 2012 Prism, I mean, we're going to look back at that and be like, that was a beginning of an era. You know, I know people who only started collecting in the Panini era, and that's all they know. They don't really know, like, the 2008 Topps Chrome. They don't know about the PMGs. They don't even go into vintage. But, you know, luckily, throughout the timeline of basketball, we've always had pretty solid cards. Because we can even look at the Fleers, like 86 and the Stars. Like, they're actually still getting a lot of love. I think a Star Jordan, which was made in someone's garage in Fort Lauderdale, is now selling for $1 million cards. So I'm not worried at Topps. They'll end up making cards that we will like. But how long is it going to take? Are we going to have a whole year of just shitting on Topps until we finally get a card we like? Because I saw the Topps product. I saw the preview. It looks okay. But Topps paper is not really a good product. Like 2008 Topps paper gold LeBron is like a 5AK card. And it's kind of ugly because that paper doesn't grade well. It doesn't refract. If you want something shiny, silvery, I think the way that Topps wins the basketball market is putting out these Wemby autos in the jersey, which will be super sought after. They still have rights for LeBron James, so they can put LeBron James autos in jerseys. They can put Steph Curry autos in jerseys. If you can capitalize on the amount of players you have and then put out a product that is still kind of nice, I think after Topps, we go Topps Chrome. After Topps Chrome, we go RPA, and then they can build upon that.
I love that. And this will kind of be considered in the hobby, I imagine, as you know, Wemby's rookie RPA, right? Because now you're finally going to get that auto jersey Wemby this year. And that, listen, it's not a true rookie, but listen, the hobby determines things, right? And they'll determine this is the first year there was ever an auto and a patch from a jersey with Wemby's auto on it. Same thing for Stroud, by the way. Anthony Richardson was in that class, who stinks. So, you know, that's probably not going to matter. But again, we've talked about this on the show before too. You have patches now. Right? The rookie debut patch in baseball, then the WrestleMania patch.
And you've seen the football ones.
But wait till they start doing playoff patches or championship patches. And now you're going to elevate guys into cards, and they're going to be absolutely disgusting. Everything you've seen in baseball, by the way, Topps Now, obviously that's coming for basketball. I'm still not a huge fan of Topps Now, only because make it chrome, right? Make the card look better, and I'm behind Topps Now. And also, I don't think they need the Topps Now brand. Keep it as Topps Chrome. Keep it as Topps. You don't need this Now thing, right? It releases now, but you don't need to brand it as Now. Make a beautiful card. Don't ruin it with Now, right? Because, listen, I don't know how you feel. Do you want to collect the Topps Now?
No. And also, other products that I want to collect, the Midnight set, the Royalty set, the all these bullshit drops they have. I just don't like what Topps has been doing so far. The Resurgence, like Topps Signature, like these sets are fucking ugly. So let's figure out something that looks good so that I can collect. I don't want to, like you said, I don't want Topps Now. I want pack pulled stuff because that's where the hobby started from. We're ripping open packs, and let's not take that out of our industry. But they have the balls in their court. They can really prove me wrong because they have the money to do what they say, and they have the athletes. So, like you said, Jaden Daniels will finally have an RPA. Wemby, you know, they have the dynasty ones, but I don't want a Yankees jersey Wemby. Wemby doesn't know who the Yankees fucking are. I think he's ever watched baseball in his goddamn life. I want to see Stroud cards. I want to see LeBron cards. I mean, we even haven't had LeBron autos ever in Panini, so we've been just dealing with a bunch of fucking patches, which is it's cool, but it's not as cool as some ink. So, go hard. Go hard on LeBron. We don't have a lot of time left with him. So let's just see good in-game LeBron stuff.
Absolutely. And that LeBron stuff is going to go nuts long-term too, because there was an era where LeBron had no patches with autos on it, right? Obviously, he's got his exquisite and his good stuff early in his career, but then you went 10 or 15 years without LeBron patch autos, right? And now, by the way, you're going to get them on the Lakers. So there's no Heat ones that exist. I guess you could, in theory, Topps could find a game-used Heat jersey and have LeBron obviously sign that stuff and still put it in and make it after the fact, which is still cool, by the way, as long as it's game-used. But what's even cooler than that, think about this, Ethan. I'll use the New York Giants against the Patriots as a comparison, right? Giants weren't really supposed to win the championship that year. They were a wild card team. Maybe they won 9 games. There's a lot of, every so often there's a Cinderella story. A team wins that's not supposed to win. There's a hero who's really not an MVP type candidate, but he blows up in that finals. So, for example, imagine if you had patches, Eli Manning, Tom Brady, like unique Super Bowl patches, but also Mario Manningham, who means absolutely nothing until he has a patch in that game, and now he's collectible forever because no matter what, and most likely a Giants fan is going to collect this, but you're telling me you or me wouldn't be like, this was the patch that he caught the catch in, the helmet catch, this is that one, right? Or David Tyree.
Dude, I love that take because Topps has the money to go acquire these things. Panini was just using their license and getting what they can get. I think Topps has the bag. Go call up David Tyree and get that jersey. Go call up Mario Manningham and get that jersey. Also, hot take, that Mario Manningham catch was better than David Tyree catch. But like I said, go get stuff we haven't seen before. Change the game, Topps. I don't want to see you copy Panini. I want to see you overtake Panini.
And by the way, I'm not even saying you need to cut that jersey up. I'm saying if there's a patch on it, the player can keep his Super Bowl jersey. We get the patch. Patch goes into a card, and now your patch is attached to history, right? And that means a lot because it doesn't have to be LeBron James. It doesn't have to be Tom Brady. Mario Manningham and David Tyree are basically forgotten players unless you're a Giants fan or just a true knowledge of ball.
Yeah, like I have the best knowledge in this building without a doubt. But I can say is I want to see the players no one talks about. I want to see the Tony Allens. I want to see the Mehmet Okurs. Like I want something that I couldn't get in Panini and just bring out and show me something that's so nostalgic that I just need to spend my money on it.
And I believe Topps is going to be creatively exactly where we need to be. And I know that because I'm the biggest knowledge of ball in this building.
We're going to figure this out.
Moving right along to our favorite segment. Ethan, what are we buying this week?